Guys, so I wanted to make this video where I had on makeup and I, just looked much better than I do right now. I'm actually headed to get a lymphatic massage, but I wanted to tell my story on my liposuction journey as well as my tummy tuck journey. So I am 5 weeks post-op today. This will be my 7th lymphatic massage today. Let me just walk you through my story. So I got my surgery done at Lexington Plastic Surgeons in Manhattan, where Dr. Michael Jones is the owner and one of the surgeons. He did not do my surgery. Actually, Dr. Roston did my surgery, and I am super happy about it. So I had my consultation. My consultation was great. I locked in my date, and I had maybe like 40 days. I locked it in late July, and I got my surgery September 11th. So after that, so let me take you to before surgery. So I had my pre-op appointment. That's where I met Dr. Roston. He marked me up, showed me where he was going to work. So, including the liposuction areas and the tummy tuck area. Fast forward to 9/11 when I had my surgery. So they had a hard time finding my veins. I have great veins, but they had a hard time getting the IV in me. I met the anesthesiologist. He was wonderful, by the way. His name is Dr. Johnson. He was fabulous. So he couldn't find my veins. The nurse couldn't get my veins either. Then I signed my consents. We were like, hey, let's wait a while. I signed my consents. And next thing you know, I had a fainting episode. And I was like, wow, maybe this is... I'm sitting in the car, so I'm looking because I hear car doors. And then I was like, maybe this isn't something that I should do. Obviously, I went along with it, though. And I'm like, wow, all right. And I could feel myself shaking, and I knew something was going on because I heard the nurse scream for the doctor, and then 2 doctors ran in, and I could hear her say, oh, she's going Brady, and I'm in the healthcare field, so I knew my heart rate was dropping. I looked over. I couldn't speak, but I looked over, and I saw that my heart rate was at 40. So it was one of those moments. Again, no IVs in me, nothing in me. I think it was pretty much like an anxiety or a panic attack, to be honest, of why I was freaking out. I think because they couldn't get the needle in, the IV in, and I was in my head thinking, what are we going to do? So we got the IV in. I walked into the operating room with Dr. Johnson. One of the nurses was there. I forgot her name, but she was so wonderful. So I remember him putting the mask on me, and I said, hey, this mask is really tight. And he said, it's supposed to be. Next thing you know, I woke up in recovery. But before that, I did tell him, I said, hey, I don't want to wake up during the surgery. Make sure I don't wake up, during the surgery, but make sure I wake up after the surgery, And he was like, I got you. So that was great. I didn't see him after the surgery, and I did not see Dr. Roston after the surgery. In recovery, it was just the nurse and I. Like I said, she was great. I do not remember her name. I was very drugged up at that point. Yes, during a tummy tuck surgery, I'm not sure if they do it just for lipo, but for my surgery, they did put the tube down my throat. Dr. Johnson did mention that he was going to do so. And I was fully aware. I did my research prior to the surgery, so I knew that that was a huge possibility for anesthesia. So I had that. I did not need cough drops. I was very raspy, though. My throat wasn't sore like some of the other women who have talked about their surgeries. Wasn't sore at all. Let me go over the ride home. The ride home was okay. I'm about an hour and a half away from Manhattan. I didn't really have complications. I actually forgot to put Chucks down on the chair, and I didn't bleed out. I had chucks in my pants, so I did not bleed out on the seats. The ride home was not too bad. I also had a pillow in the car. I didn't have multiple pillows like the other people. There's a guy walking by. I hope he doesn't go crazy. Okay. I didn't have multiple pillows like the other people, but I had one small pillow. Let's see, what else? Got home. I had to use the bathroom really, really bad. So I did buy a female urinal. I did not need that at all. I was able to sit down on the toilet. I did have a walker. I used the walker to help me get up and down from the toilet. Let's see, someone else is walking by. What else? So went to the bathroom. My friend took pictures, and I'm glad she did. And that way I could see, what I looked like before the swelling kicked in. So they call it swell hell. Swell hell is real. Okay. I think it was day 2 or day 3. I thought my stomach was so swollen that I was going to bust my stitches. So I had stitches and staples. Thought I was going to bust everything open. I did not. Let's see. The rest of the 2 weeks went by super fast to me, and healing was a lot. It was a lot. I wasn't in a lot of pain at all for my incision and my tummy tuck area. My pain was the liposuction. So I had liposuction, lipo 360. So I had the flanks done, I had my back done, and my upper back, my lower back, and my flanks done. All right. So my whole back was sore. After a while, it felt like my lower back was numb because, I'm laying down with my feet up in the V shape. I kept elevated. So like I said, I'm still sleeping in that position. I had a wedge. I had about 5 pillows behind me. I had a wedge under my legs along with my compression socks to avoid any blood clots, along with the Levinox shots to prevent any blood clots as well. Let's see, what else? Medications. So you're going to get a narcotic. I highly suggest, if you're in pain, like I was in pain from the lipo, I did the narcotic along with the extra strength Tylenol. I did the narcotic every 6 hours and the Tylenol every 6 hours. So it was 3 and 3. So narcotic, 3 hours later Tylenol, 3 hours later narcotic, 3 hours later Tylenol. That's how I alternated it for a few days until the pain subsided and where I was comfortable. Stool softener. You will need stool softener so that you're not constipated. I did not get constipated. And when I did have a bowel movement, it was not hard. It was easy. I had no issues. I continued with my stool softener. I'm still taking my stool softener because I don't want to feel any pain. I highly suggest if you have any coughing. I had a moment where I felt like I needed to cough. You do not really want to feel the cough at all. I suggest a pillow or an ab board to hold against your stomach so that if you have to cough, you can cough. What I did was I kept cough drops with me at all times. So whenever I felt the urge or need to cough, I would take a cough drop and I would use the cough drop so that I didn't have that problem. What else? Arnica. Let's talk about arnica. A lot of people live and swear by arnica. I see absolutely no difference with arnica. I felt like it was a waste of money. I bought the arnica pills, the pellets, and the arnica tea. The arnica tea I would just drink at that point because I was like, all right, since people swear by it, I'm going to continue to drink it since I bought it anyway. Did not see a difference other than needing to use the restroom, urinate often. But when you have a lot of liquids, you're going to urinate, right? So I didn't see the benefit to either the arnica tea or the arnica pellets. I also bought the arnica gel for bruising. I'm not sure if that really worked or if I really, healed up from the bruising quite fast. I did use it twice on my not even my stomach, but on my flank area, and the bruising subsided over there. What else? Let's talk about hydration, since I just mentioned urinating a lot. Hydration. I kept up with my water. I tried protein water. It was absolutely disgusting. I'm not sure if it was the flavor that I had, but I didn't care for it much. So I stayed hydrated with water, in the first 2 weeks with sugar-free Gatorade. Try not to have too much sugar. If you're closer to being a diabetic, that could possibly slow down the wound process, the healing process. All right. I did do pineapple juice here and there. I didn't do the pineapple chunks as much. I bought pineapple chunks like 2 days before my surgery, and then they went bad. So I didn't have those, but I did have the pineapple juice, and you know, I was swollen at that point, so I don't know if the pineapple juice actually worked. Bromelain is supposed to be beneficial for swelling and inflammation, but you know, I didn't see much benefits to that. If you follow Dr. Miami will actually tell you, or Dr. William, sorry, Dr. William would actually tell you that he doesn't promote pineapple juice because of the high sugar content. But I'm not a doctor or a nurse, so there's that. That's my my disclaimer there. I think that is pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions, you could post them down below, and I'll go over, you know, the questions. Maybe we could do a Q&A, and then I'll possibly show some photos. All right. Thanks, guys.